Today we're going to start with some warm-ups. So for all of you guys who are familiar, this is just so you can follow along and make sure that you're getting these right, and at the same time, sometimes it's just nice to do them with somebody. So I'm going to do everything barefoot because I have a nice mat. If you need to, wear some shoes, but otherwise it's nice to go barefoot during warm-ups to make sure everything is moving. So first I'm going to plant my toe of one foot. I'm going to really put some pressure there to make sure I'm using the arch of my foot, and slowly rotate the ankle outward for 3 circles and then inward for 3 circles. I'm going to switch feet. Same thing, make sure to get that good pressure so that you're using the entire foot and the entire ankle. 3 circles out. Then we're going to switch feet. Hold one off the floor. Rotate 3 times. Only go to the range of motion that feels good for you. 3 times out, 3 times in. Switch sides. Then we're going to bring the foot up. We're going to do it at a 90 degree. I always say that we avoid flamingo leg, which is where you're going to bring it to a triangle. Instead, make sure this foot is really wide out in front of you in a 90 degree. We start here, you're going to bring the leg out wide, slowly bring the heel down to the floor. Bring it back to the center. Switch sides. We're alternating to really help open up the hips and not build any tendencies anywhere. Alright, now we're going to switch to the upper body. Shoulder circles forward. This is mostly about a nice slow movement to get the shoulder blades going up and down, sink them towards the floor. We don't want to reinforce a forward shoulder position, so we just warm it up there with 2 rotations and then go back more than twice. So we're going to go back 5 times. Nice and slow. Lift and sink. You should really see the shoulder blades moving. They should come up, back, and down. Then we're going to extend the hands. We get our hands really, really broad, trying to get the wrists engaged and make sure that our fingers are stretched as well. First, we're going to come forward. The hands are going to be splayed with the palms forward. This forward circle is a little deceptive because we begin it by bringing the backs of our hands behind us. Bring them as far back, and then up, and come back down, sinking those shoulders down. Just twice. Then we go back 5. The music will be on and off. I'm using free licensed music, and I'm just not spending a whole lot of time to find something specific. Bring your hands up. We're going to do what we call chest openers. Fingers are going to be with the back of the hands outward. We've got our arms in a nice hoop. They'll be right here. Then bring them out broad and almost like a bird's wing stroke. Wrap around tight. We really want to squeeze around the shoulder blades and roll back and down twice. Now I'm going to open back up, paying attention to which arm was on top. So because my right arm is on top right now, I'm going to open up nice and wide and then wrap with the left arm on top this time. Roll back and down, nice squeeze. Then we open back up, switch which arm was on top, roll back and down. Open up nice and wide one more time and switch. One more time, back and down. Good, now we're going to bring up one leg at a time. We're doing what I would call a psoas knee hug. We're trying to increase the distance, increase the angle between our hip flexors to help pull them away from each other and stretch them. This is nice for loosening up around the band of the hips at the hip line. So we're going to bring the knee up. Pull it as high as you can. Even if we're just bringing the leg up like that, that's fine. You don't have to do a dramatic pull if you're very tight. But if you're capable, we're going to bring the knee up and hug it. And the most advanced way to do this one is going to be to come onto the toe and stretch. 5 to each side. Alright, now we're going to go into a reverse movement, which is to help get a quad stretch. The knee of the starting leg needs to aim straight down. It doesn't need to go out, and it doesn't need to come forward. You're going to bring the foot back, making sure the knee is straight down, and then we come up, reaching with the opposite arm. Again, keep all of this to your own level of difficulty. Use a chair if you need to. To demonstrate how you would use the back of a chair for this, I'll substitute. Just imagine this is like the top rail of a chair. We can either do this one, or you can come up using the back of a chair, or if you actually can use a foam roller to help you balance, that's fine too. 10 times. 5 to either side. Next we're going to do Frankensteins. Frankensteins are where we bring an arm, hand splayed, around the back in a full circle, like this. Coming around and forward. The opposite leg comes forward like this into a kick, a straight leg kick. The back stays straight. If this is as far forward as you can bring your leg because you're really tight in the posterior chain on that leg, that's fine. We're going to bring around like this. At the most advanced, making sure to keep our spine straight, making sure to keep our legs straight, we would come around and reach for the toe. Coming up on that standing foot to warm up the feet a little bit. We're going to do that 5 times on either side as well.